streets and only go to houses you know well. Have a safe and happy Halloween.
All right, thanks so much for sticking with us here on NBC 23. Now, here joining me is Jay Villanueva in this studio. So excited to have you here on behalf of the Texas Poet Laureate. And this is so exciting because it is National Poetry Month. And so I love that you're here sharing everything we need to know about poetry and creative writing. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, there is an exciting event that you want to invite our viewers to. So go ahead and tell me everything about it.
So here at UTRGV, we have a very special guest coming for the Festiva events that we have every spring and fall.
Okay.
And the person who's coming to visit us is named Irene Lara Silva,
okay,
who is the current Texas Poet Laureate.
Wow.
And what that means is she is the official poet of the state of Texas. So she is an amazing writer in all kinds of genres, but primarily as an artist, as a poet, she is absolutely wonderful. She will mesmerize you with the kinds of words that she says.
Yeah.
The topics that she chooses to tackle within her writing are very important. She just recently, last year, she made national news for her poem that she wrote for the children of Uvalde of the school shooting that happened. And the way she writes is just amazing. We have 3 events going on at UTRGV. Yesterday was the first event on Monday.
Okay.
We had it at the Brownsville campus. She spoke, she read some of her work, and she had a talk on artistic practice, and it was an amazing talk that we had with about 30 or 40 students there at the Brownsville campus.
Wow.
Today at 11 a.m. at the Visual Arts Center in Edinburgh on Klausner.
Okay.
She will be there talking with students, and it's open to the public as well. She will be there talking to students about pretty much the same thing, and reading her work and answering any questions that the students or anybody in the public might have.
Incredible. And then there's another event.
Yes, on tomorrow, on November 1st, is what we call the big event. She'll be reading a lot of her work, answering any questions, and as well as a book signing and a reception at the Performing Arts Complex in Edinburgh, Texas. That is at UTRGV. It's right off a university, right off of 107, and she'll be there at 6 p.m. reading her work.
Wow, this is incredible. So if someone does want to become a poet and get into creative writing, what do they have to do, or what advice do you have for them?
One of the biggest things that I would say is, one, just to start writing. Poetry is one of those beautiful things where you don't need to take a class. You don't need to study very hard. You need to write what's in your heart and what's on your mind. And a lot of the times, poetry comes from that. People always think, about Edgar Allan Poe or old writers from the past, and that's great. But a lot of poetry now is what you feel within you, and a lot of the words that you think might not be poetry actually turn into something beautiful once you put it together. So I think, of course, on the internet, there's so many things you can look into. Poetry Foundation is a great website that you can use, that you can read some of the best work from the past and currently.
Well, there you go. No, I'm so grateful you invited us to this event. I actually had one poem published way back when, but I'm not a professional like you guys, and of course the official Texas Poet Laureate. So thank you for being here and sharing inspiration for all aspiring poets. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, if you want to be on the show, just like Jay here, we would love to have you share some inspiration yourself or tell us about an event. If so, just go to valleycentral.com and click on the news tab. There you're going to see a guest submission contact form. So you just fill it all out, you hit the submit button, and then one of our amazing crew members will get in contact with you to schedule your on-air appearance. Like I said, just like Jay here, we'd love to have you on the show. All right, now Jessica, Miss Cloud, how is the weather going?
Well, it's still cold out there, but I wanted to take a quick break from the weather forecast. What do we got going on with those sunset times? Because if you're looking to trick or treat this evening, it's going to be cold and it's going to get dark early. 6:49 p.m. is our sunset for this evening, November 5th. That's coming up this coming Sunday. We're turning our clocks back, and then the sunset's going to be happening before 6 p.m. It's going to get dark quick, but it looks like it's actually going to warm up by Sunday, so you're not going to have to worry about it being